Welcome to Reaction Bomb. Welcome back. Good morning, Bomb Squad. So I'd just like to say really quick, I have made a commitment to uploading Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My Friday upload did not actually come live until Saturday. I did get a copyright violation. We appealed it and we won, but I just want everyone to know that's why the content did not come out on Friday night. Today is Monday, on to bigger and better things. A lot of people do breaking news, but I feel like it would be more fun to do broken news. So this is going to be news stories that are a little out of the ordinary or a little extra in some way. Let's see.
Are seen on a Frontier Airlines flight, where flight attendants strapped an unruly passenger to a seat with duct tape after he groped.
They're fighting on the airplane. So this has been all over the news, but I've never watched the whole video of it. So this flight attendant has grabbed him. Alfredo Rivera.
Two of the attendants assaulted a third. Will Reeve has the story. Good morning, Will.
Oh, he was groping people,
Good morning,
assaulting
George.
people.
What a wild situation. The man had allegedly been drinking. The video of the incident is quite shocking. At one point, there's a thrashing physical confrontation. The largest flight attendants union is in the country.
That's not what you expect to hear on the airplane, right? There was a thrashing physical confrontation.
Country is now speaking out against Frontier Airlines and how it handled the aftermath of this, just the latest incident in the
When the unions get involved, that's no joke.
sky.
This morning, fallout growing from this disturbing flight fight.
He really tried to
a passenger being
Look.
wrapped in tape.
They duct
22-year-old
taped his
Maxwell Berry
ass.
now facing charges.
Look at that.
Accused of unruly behavior on a Frontier Airlines flight from Philadelphia to Miami Saturday.
You guys suck.
Police say Berry
said, "You
had been
fucking
drinking
suck."
and groped two female flight attendants and assaulted a male flight attendant. Berry seen
Look.
here swinging at the man, trying to restrain him.
He started raising his voice and cursing.
Oh, he was a passenger. He saw
Then
it.
I realized that he was drunk.
He said, then I realized he was drunk. Well, at least he had some excuse for acting a fool.
The flight attendants trying to get him under control, duct taping him to a seat.
This
The
is
passenger who shot
so
this video
crazy.
saying the crew did the best they could in the
Crew
situation.
did the best they
They
could.
were very professional, in my opinion.
He said
They
they were
had to
professional.
restrain him because he was a danger for
Yeah.
other passengers
Yeah.
or himself.
Barry,
Yeah,
arrested
or
upon
himself.
landing, now faces 3 counts of battery.
Look at this kid. Look at this kid. This is a young dude. And he just got arrested. He's all over the news, all over everything, because he got drunk and couldn't act right on a plane. And groping females, what is that? Like, that's drunk or sober. There's no reason for that. You know your boundaries. Like, you don't touch people that don't want to be touched. It's just unacceptable.
But the airline under fire this morning for its handling of the crew members involved, saying in an initial statement the flight attendants had been suspended pending further investigation,
Yeah.
claiming proper policies
And
for
then the
restraining
union got
passengers had not
involved.
been followed. Amid
Okay, this is what I'd love to know. What is the proper policy for restraining a passenger on an airplane? What do you do with them? Like, it's not like you can ask them to leave, right? So what do? You can't just buckle them into their seatbelt. They can unbuckle themselves. So in that case, you would have to at least restrain their hands and then buckle them in. Like, I mean, I think the problem is it's kind of shocking footage to see these flight attendants grabbing this man and duct taping him to his seat. It's shocking. But you have to think at that point, just like that passenger said, what were they supposed to do? They have to protect their safety. You see him swinging at people. They have to protect their safety. They have to protect the other passenger's safety. And as drunk as he was, as belligerent and crazy as he was acting, they didn't know if he was on drugs too at that time. What if he would have tried to open one of the hatches? What if he would have just been so beyond himself, you know, that he couldn't get right, and you don't know what would have happened. So it's a shocking video to watch, I think. But really, if you think about it, what alternative did they have? Like, truly, what alternative did they have? They had to do the best they could at that point. Yeah.
Backlash from the union representing flight attendants, the airline revising its language to claim the
union was
employees
right.
are on paid leave. This caught-on-camera fiasco is just another in a spate of incidents with unruly passengers this year. In its new
this is
weekly
going
report,
up
the
a
FAA
lot.
counting more than 3,700 such incidents since January 1st.
What we have been saying since the beginning of January is that this new circumstance in aviation is simply something that flight attendants have not been trained for.
That's true.
If we don't get it
Look.
together really
He's
soon
swinging.
across aviation and government,
He thinks
it
he's
is
Mike
going
Tyson.
to make people question whether or not they can come to work and be safe,
Yep.
and whether or not they want to buy a ticket on an airplane.
And that is the bigger issue. That's the issue. You know, these incidents are on the rise because people are just acting so regular schmegula. And that is the point. Are flight attendants safe? They have to be able to do something to protect themselves. And passengers that aren't being unruly and causing a problem, they have to be able to be safe. They're not going to fly on the airline if they feel like, you know, if this dude, what if he would have just started running around causing a whole rampage, like I said? You don't know. They had to restrain him. I don't think they were in the wrong on this. I'm glad the union stood up for them. I would say the only thing that I think maybe they should not have done was duct taped over his mouth. You know, it could have caused him a breathing problem. So maybe that wasn't the smartest thing. And I understand they didn't want to listen to him talk any more smack to them. Like, he was hollering and cussing and talking about how rich his grandpa is. I bet his grandpa's real proud right now looking at his damn picture all over the news. Mug shots. Grandpa's money, I guess, will bail him out of jail. But, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they shouldn't have covered his mouth because it could have presented a real risk to him. You don't know. But besides that, just taping him to the chair, look, they did what they had to do. That's it. They did what they had to do.
Frontier says that it is supporting the prosecution of the unruly passenger.
Hell yeah.
We reached out to Maxwell Berry.
Hell
did not
yeah.
hear back, George.
And well, meantime, so many airlines
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? That's it.
this summer are still having trouble with cancellations.
Yeah, really. Spirit Airlines especially, 45% of Spirit Airlines flights today have already been canceled. That's after yesterday, 60+% of their flights were canceled. At one point yesterday, only 25 Spirit Airlines flights in the sky.
That's
Spirit
crazy.
telling ABC News that an IT issue is to blame. We'll see
all
if that
this
gets
money
resolved in any way today.
already. It's a business thing, you know. They can't afford it, and it's not right, and it's scary for passengers, and it's probably scary for flight attendants. Look at those women that were getting groped. And that brings me to this next part right here, where Alfredo Rivera takes control of the situation. He is the real MVP in all this, the GOAT, because guess what? He was like, not today. He's the flight attendant that you see grabbing the man and restraining him. Now we're going to hear what Alfredo had to say.
I'm a flight attendant. That means I attend the flights.
Yeah.
Sometimes our job has us attending to crazy people.
True.
If you push us too far, you're going to have to attend this ass whooping.
Oh, he said ass whooping. He said you're going to have to attend to this ass whooping. But see, that's funny. And that's funny to listen to. And I'm laughing. But he didn't whip the guy's ass. Like, I think it needs to be clear. You know, I don't know how close to the incident this was recorded. You know, he might have still been really amped up and on adrenaline and talking, but he really didn't whip that guy's ass. Like, he did what he was supposed to do. He restrained him, and by the time the guy was tied up, you know, was duct taped up, he could have hit him if he really wanted to. He didn't do that. He dealt with it as best he could, but at the same time, he wasn't taking no more craziness from the dude. He did, you know, he dwarf tossed him into the seat and started wrapping him up like, you know, he was freaking to take him away.
You see, because on this particular flight, I'm sitting in the jump seat and I'm just looking at him like the damn fool.
Yeah.
He's spitting and cussing and going crazy.
That's crazy.
I say, that's enough. I got up and I walked over there. And by the way, this man...
I gotta say, and I'm a fan of Alfredo, like, I'm all about what he's saying and all about what he did because he protected all those people. Like, again, Alfredo is the MVP of all this. But why does he have as much hair on his face as he has on his head? I just don't understand. If you flipped him upside down, Like, he would look almost the same, his hair and his facial hair.
It smelled like a pack of Marlboro cigarettes, 4 shots of Everclear alcohol, and...
This guy's not a drinker. Everclear doesn't have a scent. Vodka doesn't smell like anything. Oops.
Regret. So I know something's about to go down.
He smells like regret.
At this point, he's touching all over my co-worker's breast.
Oh, Lord.
And where he up at is when he touched my titties.
Oh, no.
Because I don't play that.
Oh, no.
So what I did is I took out the duct tape.
No.
I said, he got scared.
We got sound effects.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I said, yeah, we about to mummify your ass now, boy. So we...
No, he didn't say that. Tell me he didn't say we about to mummify your ass. Oh, Lord. Alfredo on one. But yet I support what he did. I support what he did, so...
Wrapped him up.
These sound effects are
than
good.
Any Christmas present you ever see. He
That's
won't be coming on no more Frontier flights at all.
That's that sock Christmas present, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's that sock Christmas present, because it's not a good Christmas present. That was Alfredo. That was the whole Spirit Airlines fiasco, most recent fiasco, because they be dealing with it a lot. So, I think what I would say is, it's not easy to be a flight attendant. I don't think their job is easy. I think what they do is difficult. They do have to deal with unruly passengers. They can't call the police. It's not an option for them. So what they have to do is deal with it the best that they can. And if the airline is unhappy with the way they dealt with that man, then they need to provide better training. What are you supposed to do? I don't really feel like they could have done much better than what they did. Like I said, I don't think they should have taped his face up, his mouth. But besides that, what could they do? Like, you know, like Alfredo said, they're grabbing on women, grabbing on him. I don't know about that part. That seems a little crazy. But hey, you know, if the dude was drunk enough, you never know what he was trying to grab on. So I'm going to call it an L for the dude with the rich grandpa and hope he gets him bailed out. Because if he doesn't, grandpa might be mad. Grandpa might be like, no, you're going to stay in jail. You just embarrassed me. So I guess he's going to see how much grandpa is willing to spend his money on his stupid ass. I don't know, I guess we'll see how that works out for him. You guys, if you haven't already, please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't so you can be part of my bomb squad. If you want to support the channel, I do have a link below. If you want to look at some merch we have made, there's a link below for that also. Thank you guys for being here again, taking this journey with me. It really does mean a lot to me. Till we see you again, bombs away.